Interesting one. Uber and Lyft drivers need signs on their cars to protect riders under new regulations okayed by MVC. Let's dive in. Thanks to Larry Higgs for this great article. A law designed to prevent rideshare passengers from getting into the wrong car, named after a New Jersey college student who was killed after being lured in an unmarked car she thought was her Uber, is on the last leg to being implemented. So expect this to come in the near future. The regulations to implement Sammy's Law, which requires identification on a rideshare vehicle that passengers can verify before getting inside, were approved by the State Motor Vehicle Commission, right? Commission's board, on Thursday, and will take effect once it is published in the state register. Sammy's Law is named for Samantha Sammy Josephson, a Robinsonville resident and 21-year-old student at the University of South Carolina. She was kidnapped and killed in Columbia, South Carolina in March 2019. Police said the driver of the car that she believed was an Uber, who they identified as Nathaniel David Rowland, kidnapped her and then stabbed her to death. God, that was just a tragedy. Sad. That law requires rideshare vehicles such as Uber and Lyft to have a lit or reflecting sign in the front and back of the vehicle with a company name, a bar or QR code that a passenger can scan to verify the identity of the vehicle, and placards on the driver and passenger side windows identifying the driver. Drivers face a $250 fine, and rideshare companies that don't comply could lose their permit to operate in New Jersey. Uber and Lyft vehicles from New York that come to New Jersey are exempt from the regulations unless they pick up passengers in New Jersey. Then they must comply with Sammy's Law, MVC officials said. So, I mean, that happens a lot. So it basically goes for New Jersey and New York drivers. I mean, even if you're a New York driver, you don't obviously have to follow the regulations there in New York. But the moment you pick up a passenger in New Jersey, that applies. So the bottom line is that all New York drivers and all New Jersey drivers will have to fully comply with this. Then they must comply with Sammy's Law, MVC officials said. Both rideshare companies modified their apps to display the make, model, and license number of the vehicle and name and photo of the driver providing the trip. Governor Phil Murphy signed Sammy's Law on June 20th, 2019, making New Jersey the first state to pass legislation that mirrors the federal version of Sammy's Law. Thank you for relying on us to provide the journalism. Yeah, thanks Larry Higgs for great journalism there. Again, the headline, Uber Lyft drivers need signs on their cars to protect riders under new regulations okayed by MVC. That'll definitely be for New Jersey and New York. Huge shout out to my sponsor, Cover, Kover. You want to have a gig protection plan in place. You have your auto insurance, you have your medical insurance. You go out and get for $7 a month. You get yourself a gig protection plan. All of these companies qualify. Should something go wrong, should you have an accident, your car ends up in the shop, you end up in the hospital. These are real things that can happen, right? And don't ever say it will never, ever happen to me, because it does. I said, I'm going to stay without an accident. I'll be fine. No. Boom. I had an accident just 4 weeks ago, right? So it can happen so fast. They kick in, cover 80% of your salary. They also have partnered up with a powerful legal company, lawyers in Chicago called Legal Rideshare. So if you do get deactivated or wrongfully terminated, Legal Rideshare fires off the letters, goes fighting for you to get you back into your seat, which then also brings me to Legal Rideshare. They are in Chicago. That's one of the heavy hitters over here. The first law firm in the United States to focus exclusively on Uber and Lyft delivery and gig worker accidents and injuries. If your car gets totaled, boom, they're going to go after the damages, right? Since inception, Legal Rideshare has grown into a national brand. Our lawyers are the go-to source on rideshare-related issues, serving hundreds of clients and securing millions of dollars for injured drivers and passengers. If you get injured, which can easily happen, you might not be insured. right? Let legal rideshare go after the damages with the other insurance company, with the person that maybe hit you. Same goes for your car. Same goes for the wages that you're going to lose. They will go after your dollars. And I endorse both these companies because I've spoken to the people. I understand what they stand for. So that's why I'm putting it out there. They're also my sponsors. So I appreciate that. And again, these adjustments will be coming very, very soon because the MVC set up these new regulations for Uber and Lyft drivers in New Jersey and New York. You're welcome to chime in your comments, please. Thank you.